people's lives.
Absolutely. And we're kicking things off with Betri Banki. Seems like everyone's talking about interest rates these days.
It's hard not to when it affects so much.
Exactly. So VP says Betri Banki is lowering their rates, and, well, that follows a move by the Danish central bank.
Not really a surprise, to be honest. This is actually the third time Denmark's cut rates this year. It's clear they're trying to get their economy moving, and that has a ripple effect on the Faroes economy.
Makes sense. They're so closely linked. But what does this mean for the average person in the Faroes?
Well, it could be good news if you're looking for a loan, right? Cheaper to borrow money, maybe businesses will invest more, people might spend a bit more freely.
I see. A little boost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it also makes you wonder, are they being cautious? Is this a sign of tougher times ahead? It's a bit of a mixed bag.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. Now, shifting gears from finances to politics, KVF is highlighting a call from England D. Strum. It's about the Parliamentary Inspection Committee, right?
That's right, and it's a pretty important committee, especially when it comes to transparency. Their job is to keep an eye on the government, make sure things are being done properly.
Okay, so what's Strum saying?
Basically, there's a case under review, and she's not happy with how it's being handled. She's calling for either a complete dismissal or for an independent investigator to be brought in.
So, concerns about how the committee itself is operating.
Seems that way. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
It really gets to the heart of how the Faroe Islands govern themselves.
Speaking of things that are close to the heart, KBS shared a story that I think real captures the essence of life in the Faroe Islands, surrounded by the power of the ocean. A kayaker had quite an encounter.
Well, you mean the one with the seal?
Yeah, apparently seeking refuge from orcas. Can you imagine?
It really drives home how connected life is here to the sea, doesn't it? The beauty of it, the danger.
Absolutely. And it's interesting because on one hand, you have this incredible story of survival, and then on the other, KVF also reported on a pilot whale hunt in Havanasant.
It's a complex relationship, that's for sure. A deep connection to the sea, both for sustenance and, well, everything it represents in Faroese culture. It's a topic that sparks debate both here and around the world.
Definitely something people have strong feelings about. Now, from the dramatic waters to the world of sports, KBF and VP are reporting that the Faroe Islands are going to be hosting the Nordic Weightlifting Championships. Pretty exciting.
It's a big deal, showcasing the islands on an international stage, and for something so positive, athleticism, competition, it's great for local pride.
And probably gives the economy a nice little boost, too.
Absolutely. Things like this can really put you on the map, attract tourists, generate revenue. It's a win-win.
Speaking of wins, sadly, there haven't been many for the national football team lately. Both in Dartfo and VP are reporting that the coach, Håkan Eriksson, has been let go.
Yeah, a tough run for them, and that's often how it goes in the world of football. Disappointing results, and change follows.
I bet the fans are reeling. They're passionate about their team.
Oh, absolutely, and rightfully so. This will be a big topic of conversation. Who will the next coach be? What direction will they take? Lots to speculate about.
From the highs and lows of the sporting world, we turn to a story that truly warms the heart.
Absolutely heartwarming.
VP shared a really lovely piece about Jacob Mikkel Mikkelsen.
Celebrating 100 years, that's incredible.
100 years. Imagine all the changes he's seen.
It really makes you think about the scope of a life, doesn't it? 100 years in the Faroes.
And all the stories he must have.
Exactly. A lifetime of experiences woven into the fabric of this community. It's remarkable.
It really is. And speaking of the Faroes community, VP and in Dartfo both covered the Scrapped Festival in Torshov.
Ah, yes, Scrapped. That festival was buzzing with energy. A real celebration of Faroes art and music.
It looked incredible from the photos I saw. Such a mix of traditional and modern elements.
That's what makes it so interesting, right? Seeing how those things come together, how tradition influences the contemporary scene, and vice versa.
Absolutely. It's a real testament to the creativity thriving in the islands. But unfortunately, not everything in the news is about art and celebrations in Verada. Vero also reported on an attempted smuggling operation on the Norrona ferry. Can you believe that?
No kidding, smuggling on the Norrona. What were they trying to bring in?
A huge sum of cash. Apparently, they thought they could slip it past customs.
Well, it didn't work out too well for them, did it? It makes you wonder about the routes these things take, the lengths people go to.
And the constant challenges facing law enforcement.
Precisely. They have their work cut out for them trying to stay ahead of these operations.
Speaking of challenges, KVF reported on a bit of a scare at the National Hospital.
Oh no, what happened?
False alarms were triggered about a fire in the H building.
Oh dear. That must have been quite stressful while it lasted.
Thankfully, it turned out to be a false alarm. But still, It highlights the importance of being prepared.
Absolutely. You can never be too careful when it comes to safety, especially in a hospital setting.
Exactly. And on that note of looking after ourselves Arafo highlighted a great initiative by VEKS.
VEKS, what are they promoting now?
They're encouraging people to do more walking. Simple as that.
Walking. I like it. Gets you moving, gets you outdoors.
Exactly. And it's something we can all benefit from no matter how busy our lives are.
I'm all for anything that gets people out and about enjoying the fresh air.
From centenarians to smuggling busts to walking for wellness, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have, haven't we? It's amazing how these local stories give us a glimpse into the bigger picture.
Absolutely. It makes you realize that even on these remote islands, life reflects so many global themes.
Exactly. Economic uncertainty, political accountability, that push and pull between holding on to tradition and embracing the new, it's all there.
Definitely. It makes you think, doesn't it? Whether it's a SEAL seeking safety from orcas or a community rallying behind their football team, these are the things that connect us all.
They are. And that's the power of local news, I think. It reminds us that we're part of something bigger. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the Faroe Islands, what stories will stay with you? What connections did you make?
Excellent question. Something to ponder, isn't it? Until next time, keep exploring, and we'll see you back here soon for another deep dive.